First step to an oil change. Remove front plate from car. It's a bunch of 10mm bolts and then a couple clips. Takes about 15 minutes or so. Second step to an oil change is eat a couple gummies to make yourself feel better. After removing the front plate, double check the back to make sure there's no visual sign of leaks. Step 3 of the oil change is to locate your oil pan. After you locate the oil pan, locate the oil drain plug and also the oil filter. For this car, the oil drain plug is going to be a 14mm socket. Make sure to remove the oil cap from your engine before you loosen this, and be sure to put a bucket underneath as hot oil will start to spew out. Once the oil drain plug is removed, let the oil drain for a few minutes until it's a slow drip, and then we will move on to the oil filter. Once you remove the oil, it's always a good idea to double check to make sure it doesn't look like milky coffee. This is a good time to verify if there's any iffy things going on in your engine. The fourth step to your oil change is to remove the oil filter. I like using these metal pliers. They're 4 oil filters. They seem to work best for me. I seem to break every other tool. Now this is always the messiest part, so I won't be filming this, but make sure there's a bucket under here because hot oil will come out and it's never clean. So once your oil filter is removed, we can go ahead and install the new oil filter. Check your car owner's manual to make sure you're replacing it with the right one. After installing the new oil filter, we have to put the oil drain plug back on. Now this has a little gasket on here. It's recommended that you replace this every single time, but honestly, as long as it's not damaged, you can reuse it. I've reused this one a couple times, and to the looks of it, it looks like I should use a new one. You can pick up a packet of gaskets for a couple bucks at the hardware store. When tightening the oil drain plug, please make sure to follow the recommended torque guidelines set in your user manual. This is one of the most important parts. You just need a torque wrench, set it to the proper settings, and then go ahead and tighten. And when you hear one click, go ahead and stop. Tightening your bolts to the proper torque is recommended because it prevents leaks and also prevents damage from the bolt, the gasket, and the hardware on your car itself. Once the oil filter and drain plug have been reinstalled, it's time to add the engine oil to the car. You can find the correct type and amount in your car's owner manual. Once the engine oil's been installed, go ahead and turn on your car and double check for any kind of leaks around the oil drain plug and the oil filter. And with any luck, you'll be good to go. Once you've determined there's no leaks, it's time to go ahead and put the cover back on the car. Once everything is closed back up, go ahead and check the oil level using the oil dipstick. Once the oil change has been complete, you're good for another 3,000 to 5,000 miles.